How's it going, guys? The NBC bringing you a North American TTS League Day 2 roundup. Interesting, into this day today was only one game not getting played due to different schedules, sadly. Let's go ahead and look at the rankings so far. In Group 1, we have Dakota with the outright lead of 6 points, the only one to win 2 games in Group 1 with his Undead Team history lesson. Then we have Hisenberg, Lando, Chameleon, Gosu, and Helix, and Lady of Pain all coming in at second place. Cordius and Dib staying at third. And in Group 2, me and Mr. Bush is Dictator Central Humans versus MI Chaos, sitting at first place, tied for first with Red Panda Maniania, sitting here at second place. And let's look at the calendar of day 2. We see that the Sauruses, having 3 Sauruses gone, does get hurt with the Halfling Strawberry Shortcake's a Dib, and he does take the 1-0 win. Being inhumane, Dr. Helix getting making sure I remember all the teams here. I still haven't sat and memorized them all yet, sadly. Wish I have. Dr. Helix Necromantic Team. Against Evil Dans, Dark Elves, Gosu Winged Butcher, his Corn Demon Team getting a 1-1 draw on the Chaos Rejects of Lady of Pain. Then we got the Skaven Team, Timeri's Triangles by Natron 88 getting the 2-2 draw on the Bluth Company of Land of the Gambler, which is, if I remember correctly, a Wood Elf. Right in the fields, Budley, his High Elves, getting a 1-2 loss to Dakota's Undead Team. That has been featured in VG Purist's channels. Check that out if you like. Thor Brotherhood of Cordius, his Norse team, taking out Jamie Stan's Nobles Elf team. And Hisenberg and Chameleon finishing a 0-0 draw. His Orcs versus Dwarves, 0-0 draw. Kind of like a soccer match. Coming to Group 2, the Blood Crushers. The Corn Demon taking a 1-0 against Powder Blue, the Norse team of Swaghard. Eric's a demanding 3-0 win over Crack Baby 2's Corpse Legion with his Fallen Angels, which I just played them too. How can I forget? His Necromantic Team. Lolth Knights 250 Dragon taking a 1-0 lose against Red Panda's High Elf team. Grinch Has Gone Wild, Kitchen Nightmares Nurgle team taking a horrible 2-1 loss to Animania's Fun Will Have Chaos Dwarf team due to a really well-timed blitz for Animania. Dictator Sayer, Mr. Bush, his human team taking a 2-1 victory on Fortune 500 Orbis's Vampire team. My team, the Serial Killers Net Chaos team, taking a 2-0 win versus Clyde, his Ogre Army. Head over my channel, check it out. USAFA 666. The SS Falkirk's Orcs taking a 1-1 draw against Taup's Blizzard team, the Black Marsh Finest. Also, I feature that one. Go ahead, check it out, guys. Let's look at match day 3 here, guys. The Bulba, Strawberry Shortcakes going against Cordius's Thor Brotherhood. Ooh, this is going to be hard to call, guys. A lot of dodge versus a lot of block. I'm going to have to go with Cordius. His block, it's going to beat those little itty-bitty halflings. I think it will. Hisenberg versus Budley right in the fields, taking some huge losses. But Hisenberg playing the Dwarves with all that tackle, not a lot of dodge being able to have. I have to give this one to Hisenberg. Natron, his Skaven versus the Orcs. Chameleon, you're strong, but Natron's been showing his own. Bash versus dodge. I feel underdoggish. Let's give it to Natron 88. Wing Butcher, number 1 in the Group 1 Gosu with the Corn Demons taking on Jamin Easton's Elf Team Nobles. Easy call, guys, here. I have to give it to Gosu. He's too strong right now. Being Inhumane, Dr. Helix's Necromantics versus Dakota 77's History Lesson. My bad. The number 1 team in Group 1. My bad. Necromantic versus Undead. Those werewolves can make a difference, but would he be able to use them? Sorry, Helix. Gotta go with Dakota, man. He's number 1 right now for a reason. Saurus getting their sources back for Stunties versus Lando the Gambler's Bluth Company, which is the Wood Elf team. Wood Elves, a lot of dodge, but not enough AV versus the Saurus, who can dodge and bash at the same time. Gotta give it to Stunties. Demoniacs, Evil Dan's Dark Elf team versus Lady Pink Chaos Rejects. Stunties' sister, who has shown she knows how to play. Chaos with all that strength, can they hurt the elves? Can't call draw here, guy. Lydia Payne, why not? Powder Blue of Splatterhard Norse going against Taups. Skaven, or not Skaven, Sauruses. Gotta give it to the Lizards at AV7. That's going to be in the end of them. That's always going to be the end of them. The SS Orc team of Falkirk. He did lose 2 Black Orcs for this game versus Taup, and Clyde does have 4 Ogres after I took one out for a game. But those Snotlings, those are easy to hurt, and if you can get rid of them, gotta get to Falkirk. He knows what he's doing. Don't fail me. My own Syracuse Net Chaos team going against Orbis Den Trench's Fortune 500 Vampires. I gotta give it to myself. They do have 3 vampires with the 4 strengths, but I have a Minnow and my Chaos Warriors, and they have AV7. Not too much dodge. I think I'll pull it out. Dictator Central. We have them as the Human Team versus Mania's Chaos Dwarves. I have to give some Mania. He knows how to play. He's a commissioner of the league. And those Chaos Dwarves, they're hard to bring down. Plus 2 Bull Centaurs. If he can use his Ogre right, he might pull it. But I would have to give it to Mania. Grinch's Got Niles Nurgle team versus Red Panda's Apoth 3-Roll Dead Elves. Gotta give it to Kitchen Nightmares, guys. Grinch has gone wild. He's off to a rocky start, but just too much bash. He had Panda 2 main injuries, losing his thrower and blitzer in game 1. Gotta go with Grinch's. He has a stronger team right now. And with tentacles on that Beast of Nurgle, that's going to hurt. Grinch's got it. Loth Knights 250 Dragons versus Eric's Fallen Angels 250. Playing the Dark Elves. Dodge versus Bash. Eric, you got it. Those werewolves, man, they can kill some people. And Corpse Legion, the Undead team of Crack Baby 2 versus Manista's Blood Crushers. Don't know much about Crack Baby 2. Don't know much about Manista, but they do have their Bloodthirster. They're a big guy with Claw. So I'm going to give it to Manista. The Claw is just too much. And that's going to do it for predictions. Let's go to the Hall of Fame, shall we? And here we see the most experienced player is Horny Tongue of the Wing Butcher. And then Exorcist from Infinite Territories. Then History Lesson of Cambion. And then Butcher from Wing Butcher. Then we see most TDs. I squeeze in the top 10 with 2, but Cambion has 4 with Horny Tongue coming in at 3. Best thrower is Right in the Field and Nobles. 2 passes, Elf teams, of course, and Loth Knights with 1 interception. Most violent players, the Mummy, King Tut of History Lesson with my Captain Crunch coming in at 4th with 3. We're tied for 2nd with 3. Best runner, Cambion, History Lesson with 128 yards. with Horny Tongue coming at 104. And we'll just go ahead and skip that. Not much. Best Killer coming in with 1. I get in there right in the fields. An Elf team with a kill. What's that? And Best Receiver, of course, an Elf. Of course. And that's going to do it, guys. That's going to do it. See you with my match in Game 3. And see you next roundup.